We made it. Holy moly. What a last 2 weeks. Back to back,
Mm.
last minute travel arrangements. Back at it again. Jonathan Williams, CJ. How are you guys? I know you're both tired because it's late, apparently, but go ahead.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Or just sleeping a little bit, but that's all.
So, John and I went to the CCS event in Atlanta. Very last
Yep.
minute, by the way. Well, it wasn't last minute decision, but like we did not leave my house until what was it, 9 o'clock, 9:30, and
Yeah.
we didn't get
Let's
here
see.
till 4 a.m., bro. We didn't get to bed till
Yeah, 6 hour
5.
drive. Yeah,
Oh,
it's 6 hour drive.
we were
It
we
was
were
good though.
so we were. Yeah, I mean, you top aided. I mean, it's John Williams. Whatever. We would expect anything
Yep.
less from you as a top eight. I should have never listened to you, man. I should have never listened to you. I was playing. I was gonna play Trinidogs. Actually, I was gonna play Amber Steel, which is what I did play. And I was like, I was in the. Got to the hotel room. I'm looking around. I'm like, dude, I don't have enough time with Amber Steel. I'm just gonna go back to dogs. I'm gonna go back to dogs. John's like, no, no, you're just gonna get paired in discard all day and be sad. I'm like, no, I don't think I will. I'll be fine. I can play the crocodile. It's good in the matchup, whatever. And then nah, he's just like, nope, don't do it. I played Amber Steel songs as an Amber Steel aggro player. I played that like 4 times, and then a red blue, and then or not a red blue, a purple red. I just didn't play discard all day, and I was just like, brother,
Yeah. So I told you to play Amber Steel aggro because I think it was pretty good in most of the matchups in the field. And if you played Trinidogs and you ran into like a lot of blue reds with the Sisu package, you'll be in trouble. And what other deck
do
did I
you
think you get
forget
beat?
the new tramp?
And red purple and stuff like that.
He just
New
said ignore
Tramp,
me. Bro,
New Tramp is good.
yeah, I shift and I say go ahead and be prep me or go ahead and Sisu me. I'll draw a bunch of cards. Like I'm okay with that.
I know, but you just lose back to back after we like stabilize the board.
All right, agree to disagree.
But
Anyway,
anyways,
um, we were both doing well actually. We were what 3-1, 3-0, and
yeah,
then
we
I
both three
sat
zero.
right next. I sat right next to you.
Yep,
I dodged you, and then
yep.
I took that loss in that round, and wheels fell off. So, but I mean, you definitely crushed it. I mean, I was
What you think, CJ? If you had to pick Emerald Aggro or Trinidogs or Green Blue down into New Orleans, what would you pick?
Oh, stop with the New
This
Orleans
is
deck. Stop with the
this
New
is for
Orleans deck.
CCS, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what it is.
Oh, I hate you so much.
I do think Amber Steel would have been the right call there. How many top eighted at CCS? There was
Zero.
what?
Uh,
Zero Emerald aggro.
There was zero, really?
yeah, yeah.
At
Those
CCS?
those in the top tables though. There was like the top 16.
Yeah. Yeah,
There
there
was a
was definitely some
girl.
there was
There
some
was
that had
somebody that I knocked out of the top 8, and there was like a whole bunch down the table, but they didn't make it.
There was a lot of red, blue, and green steel, right?
a lot of
A lot of
red,
red, blue,
blue, and amber steel songs. There was a
yeah,
lot of amber steel songs.
and green, purple for some
Oh
reason.
yeah, yeah, green purple. Was that true?
I
I
don't
mean,
know. I mean, it's a fair call. Like the deck is strong. Of course, you need a high roll into Rhino to shift Rhino every single time. But other than that,
yeah. Honestly, I did a lot of that, but bro, Zeus is a card. Long
Zeus
game
is a
Zeus is
card.
a card, so it didn't
This is
matter. It did not matter, but it is what it is. I had a good time with John. Um, I
So
dude,
yeah. So for CCS, my choices was blue red. I thought about playing blurple, or I could play like green steel because I was having fun with green steel a couple times, but just like Diablo shift line is always bad for me. I never hit the Diablo when I need it, but you still can win with Prince John, so you really don't matter. But most green steel players always hit the Diablo shift line, and I was like, if I can't do it consistently, then I'm not playing it. So I just picked blue red items again, and it worked out really good. I played against a lot of favorable matchups, and I didn't lose until I played against the mirror match on Scream, which he was playing Hideaway, which was crazy. But game one, I bricked. I have no inkables. I had all uninkables. I had like 3 workshops in hand after I mulligan. It was just a bad time. Then game two, I snuck a win after he hid away my dime by just putting everything on the board.
You did an
And it,
early scoop on game one, right? That was the
Yeah,
one
I
where you
did.
skipped on like turn 5 or something because you just had no
Yep,
inkables. It was really
yep.
bad.
Because he played Tomato 6 and he had a workshop out. I had like 2 workshops out, but then I drew for turn. I drew like a second B prep, and I'm like, so I got 2 B preps. I got Tomato 6, and I got 2 big Sisus, something like that. And I was like,
You were
bro,
just
I
gonna,
got
yeah.
yeah, I got no Inkables and I got no Sapphire Core, so I can't kill his Tamatoa. So if I was a B prep, he'd be like, okay, draw a lot of cards workshop, play another Tamatoa 6, and then I'm just like, okay, untap. I got no items in hand, so I just lose.
It would have been a
And I
long
was
grind
like,
ending in your defeat anyway.
yep. So I was like, I'm just gonna skip, go to game 2, and I won game 2, and game 3 real close. I wasn't playing the 3 8 drop Tamatoas, and it really affected that game. Because if I had more time, I could have just won with Tamatoa Dime, which I inked one and I played one and they died, so I had no more. So it was game.
So about that, right? Like the Tamatoa decisions, like when you walk into the venue, you're looking around, seeing what trying to anticipate what people are playing, right? Like that decision between going to from 2 to 3, like is that detrimental, right? Like
Yep, it was.
you need to have 3 if you're expecting to verse a lot of red blue, but if you're expecting to verse a lot of aggro, then the 2 is probably a lot better.
Yeah, because that's the reason why I thought when I'm like, okay, a lot of people's gonna play Amber Steel aggro because the new Rhino is broken, so I don't want to play 3 big Tamatoas when he just does nothing. I play Tamatoa and they go like double Zeus, or I'm just dead on board anyways, or they have the one of what is it, Greatest Criminal Mind, and I just be like, okay, well, I lost. So I was just going basically CC control. But guess what? I played a blue red mirror match. I lost. I played against like 3 DKP lists, and then um I played like four or five blue red that weekend, and I'm like, well, I should have had another Tomato 6 or Tomato 8. Yep. So
But it's
that's
hard to
good.
read that, right?
Yep. But well, it was good. I lost to green purple aggro in the top cut. So yeah, that's good.
Um, so it was a fairly obviously good weekend. Made top 4, or sorry, top 8. Excuse me. You made top 4 this past weekend at Detroit, which, by the
Yep.
way, before you get into that one, yet another travel debacle, brother. What did we learn? Never fly out of Tampa
uh,
ever again.
yep. I
You
tried
took-
to. I wouldn't fly to Tampa, and it was like I left at 2 o'clock. The flight's at 6 o'clock. The travel time said 2 hours. I was like, okay, it's easy. I'll be there 2 hours ahead of time, and I end up taking like 4 hours to get to Tampa because of traffic and rain and all that stuff, and I missed my flight. And then I had to buy another flight for like another $200, and it was just crazy. But I made it there. I made it there.
yeah,
That's all that
like
matters.
super late too. You made it there like what 2 o'clock in the morning. I think you got to the Airbnb in
Yep.
Detroit.
Yep, 2 o'clock in the morning. I had to pay an Uber. It was like $150 Uber. It was crazy, crazy
and,
time.
and then you end up doing top 4ing that event. I'm
Yep,
just
I
I'm
top.
convinced you just need to start showing up to tournaments like the night before at like 5 a.m. Get no sleep, be miserable, beat everybody.
I top four this event, and first I was in Airbnb. We all before we left with all teammates, and we was like, we're gonna be the like. They was like, what records are you gonna get? And I was like, guys, I'm gonna go O2 drop, and then everybody was like, I'm gonna make top 16, make top 8. You know how it goes. I like, nah, I'm just gonna go there and lose, and that did not happen. I went round 1. I played against Blurple 2-0. I played against round 2. I think it was Purple Steel 2-0. And then I played against the most hated thing ever, Green Yellow Discard. And how do you think what happened in that matchup? You think I won?
Oh no, not that matchup.
No, I did not win that matchup. I lost 0-2 to a random person playing Green Yellow, and he was like, "Yep, it's a good matchup for me. I knew that be a lot of blue red players, so I played this deck, and he beat one of my teammates before that too, and he 2-0'd them too. And I was like, okay, that's fine. I just gotta win 4 more games, and I'll be fine. So then the next round, I play against what was in my next round? I play against I think I played against a kid that was playing blue red shark, and he was a good kid. Like he was real good at the game, and he did everything perfectly. But items matchups is really hard for them, especially when I draw like 20 cards. When I get 3 workshops out, it's like, okay, I'm gonna kill your manor, I'm gonna kill your shark, and I'm just gonna combo kill you with big Tomato and dime. And then I play against round 5. I play against a green steel aggro deck, and it was a weird one. He was playing like, yeah, he was playing like Curse Merfolk, Gadget, the one that draw you a card in green. If I got more cards than him,
Interesting.
Yeah,
and
he's cooking.
yeah, he was playing Kit. He was playing Clarabells, so you shift Clarabelle, draw cards. He was playing the green Chromacon.
Hey,
Ooh, I don't like that card. That
Yeah,
card's
but
good.
he was like undefeated before he played against me, and I
Oh,
was
so you
like,
got
what?
paired up against them, or
Well, I think he was undefeated and he lost his last round. Then we got paired together.
got it?
I
Yeah, and
mean,
I was like,
being
what?
being 3 or 4 and 1, that's pretty good with that combination of cards.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what is this? But Chromacon was so annoying. Like,
Chromacon's hard to deal with.
yeah, like one time, like I had 3 characters out, right? And then I was like, I'm gonna use this one character to challenge his character to kill it. And then he was like, all right, bounce your other guy. And I'm like, oh, I did the math wrong. I could have quested first and then challenge, and like
Yup.
I lost my free quest. It was crazy. And I was like, now I gotta navigate all these matchups the whole time. But I end up 2-0 him. Because I was like, all right, well, Sisu, bounce my Sisu. Sisu, bounce my Sisu. Sisu, bounce my Sisu.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, that's usually how that
And
goes.
stuff like that. Yep. And then after I 2-0 him, I had to play against somebody else in table 3, but then we got repaired. And then once we get repaired, I played against the pro player himself, World's Invite, Diego. He's playing green yellow. And I'm like, really? I got repaired to him green yellow, and it was crazy. Cause like I'm gonna lose this matchup. He won this matchup. Game 1, he discarded all my cards in my hand. Game 2, I did something crazy by letting him draw 20 cards by playing workshop, 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 and then I was just like, all right, I'm gonna have a lot of cards. You have a lot of cards, and I'm gonna wipe your board every time and try to quest and get to the game. And the game 3 was the best game ever. Everybody was like crazy, and I drew the Sisu at the last moment I could, and I won the game. So that was exciting, and everybody's going crazy. And that was just a good game.
So, yeah, you had to slug through. Wasn't there only like 4? I think I saw like their meta breakdown. I think I was like 4 or 6 players only were playing green, yellow discard, which I thought was funny. You played 2 of them. Um, so you did back
Yeah,
to back.
it was like only 4 of them.
Yeah, I
Like,
know. Yeah, I know.
Wait,
so,
you played half of them.
Bro,
I know.
I told him and everybody else in the Discord and Alpha, I was like, bro, I'm telling you, like Red Blue's really strong right now. It's like real resilient. It's still something people can play. Green Yellow will be there, and it's gonna be real good into to that matchups. Now, granted, I don't know if it. I think it top 16. I can't be. I didn't look at
Green yellow.
yeah.
I don't think no green yellow made it because Diego lost to the green steel player that I played against round 4,
Right. Okay.
and he beat him with the gadget stuff.
oh, that's so
So
funny. That's so
yeah,
funny.
so he like knocked him out.
Looks like yeah, green yellow was top 32, not top 16.
Okay, so but yeah, they probably ran out. They probably didn't get around the red blues at the end there, but um, I mean, back to back weekends, travel, all that
Yep.
fun stuff, all the headaches. Uh, you did. I mean, you top 8, top 4 again.
Yeah, I lost the top
N-
4 versus green steel. That was another crazy matchup.
I
Like
fell
top
asleep
8.
on that matchup. By the way, I like when he was playing top 8. I was, dude, watching Green Steel discard on stream is
Yeah.
snooze fest. So like,
It's pretty boring. Yeah.
bro,
But
I
the
was
kid, I was
watching
hoping the
it.
kid won though. The kid was playing against Green Steel with DKP list, and I was like, please win, please win, please win, because that's the kid I beat earlier,
Yeah.
and I need him to win because I could beat him again, and then I get into top 2, and then there was like it was me, Alex, somebody else playing red, purple, and green steel player, I was like, please don't let me play against Green Steel. I want to play against Alex on Amber Steel or the red purple player. I can beat both of those easily. Guess what? Play Green Steel. And I was like, oh no. It was funny though, because me and Alex sitting next to each other. We're like, I don't want to play him. And I was like, I don't want to play him. They're like, somebody got to play him. Well, let the red purple player play him. I rather play Alex. And then I played him. And then game one was crazy. Double Prince John, Game two, I beat Prep and then snowballed. And in game three, he won the game because he used Diablo to say, I'm still here, which gave resist 2. And I couldn't kill it with the baby Sisu.
Sure.
And then I was like, and I played the Sisu. Hopefully he don't have the Storm or the Strength. Just discard. And then he had the Storm. And I was like, well, I lose. I
Yeah,
need
it's
this ship to win.
never the fun stuff on them having having those songs, but I mean, again, always obviously a great 2 week run. I mean, I can only imagine if you're. I don't know how you just aren't fried from that. Like
Oh,
blue red,
Blue Red fry your brain. Trust
Yeah,
me.
as I'm saying,
I make
blue
some
It's a
red.
mistakes.
lot. It's a grind.
2 weekends in a row, back to back, last minute travel into into like 8+ rounds of that deck into top 8 into the elimination rounds. Like, dude, I would literally be a melted pool of something.
Yeah, Blue Red is like the hardest deck to think about, especially now that you got items and stuff. You gotta remember like pay your ink for each one. You draw a card. Yeah, remember like so many different effect triggers, Sapphire
There's a
Coil
lot of
triggers.
distractions. Yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes some things I miss the Sapphire Coil trigger, and then my opponent will be like, You missed it," and I'm like, "I don't care. I'm just gonna kill everything anyway. So get out
Oh,
of
and then Tala and how far go bleeds together, and you end up doing
here."
the other one instead.
Yep. Fucking play how Fargo, and then you like put it to the bottom. You're like, wait, no, go to my inkwell, and then Grammatala, you set
Yup.
into your inkwell, and it's like, oh my, I can't. It's so much. It's so much. Okay, I just miss Hiram. I just play Hiram, draw cards, and kill stuff, and it's easy.
So, uh, obviously, big weekend this weekend. Worlds. We were waiting for it for 17 years, 4 days, and it's finally here. And then, it was actually really cool. I don't, CJ, did you see the Southside SSG? They had their team event down there with the triple deck format.
No, I missed that.
Oh yeah. Okay. Listen, as someone who's played Conquest in Hearthstone before and hated it, by the way, absolutely hated it. I was just made me sad every time. It actually looked fun. Like for not, I wouldn't say the word fun is probably a bad word there. It looks intriguing. It kind of caught my eye, right? Because it adds such a different layer of like mini games, like deck choice, what to play first. Like Jack, shout out to the Southside team and Jack and all of them. They ended up winning the event, and Jack did this thing where like he like came back in like a really clutch way with his red steel deck, and then like went into another game into a bad matchup which he knew, and he's just like, all right, so I'm gonna play this deck into this bad matchup because if I lose I can play Trinidogs. I can switch to Trinidogs, and he's gonna be forced on blue red, and then I can win in like 7 minutes. Which, by the way, he did win in 7 minutes, and then he can go back and play the Blurple and blue red matchup. And I think that kind of preparation or like setting up like the trust pieces or getting like decks in certain places, that's kind of cool. Um, but obviously, like the big thing is about worlds, right? So, John, how do you feel about the triple deck format?
Triple deck is it's fun. It's fun. It's fine for me. Like it'll be a fun experience to do for Worlds. Like if we did triple deck, like I wouldn't hate it. Most people be like, "Oh, you're just a blue red player. They ban your blue red. You hate it." Like I could play other decks too. I just choose not to. So it'll be really good though. It'll be a mind game thing. And then some people might get like risky versus me, and they'd be like, "Oh, I can be blue red. I always be blue red. You can play your blue red, And I'm like, what? Because I think some people play mind games. Like some people gonna play against DKP, right? They'll be like, well, I always beat DKP list. I'm gonna let you play this blue red matchup, and I'll play my hyper aggro deck, you know. And sometimes they might lose because they messed up, or they might actually just beat the DKP list, and then it's like, oh, there you go. I knew that you was gonna play that deck. I knew I'm gonna play Ember Steel hyper aggro with Daisy Pete and just win the game. So there's a lot of mind games going on. Like I had to figure
Yeah,
out what I ban. I like the deck I would hate the most would be probably like any purple deck. Like they play green purple, I'll ban green purple, and then I play Amber Steel or something like that just to win. You
I'm
know,
probably
Hey,
gonna hide away from this discussion because I got so many bad opinions on this.
no, don't hide away. Cook
he
it,
just
man,
hate the
cook
triple
it.
deck. He hates the triple deck format. So
Yeah, I personally don't like the triple deck format.
I I understand why they wanted to do the triple deck format. Like obviously this discussion's been had infinite times since you know, they announced it. It's just I think I understand the reasoning. I was against it because I was like this is bad, but the pick ban plus open deck list plus simultaneous stuff like that, like it definitely adds a different level of complexity to it, which I think is going to add more like a ooh ah moment where they're like, oh my god, like John said, like John's got blue red in his pool, and the opponent's like, you know what, play your blue red. I know you're going to ban my purple deck, but that's why I have Amber Steel Hyper Aggro in my pool. So now John has to think, well, what if he doesn't ban my blue red and I let him have Amber Steel aggro, I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Like now, 'cause it's like it's just so much overthinking that I
Yeah,
think
and that's my like hatred towards it. Like you're not really playing the game. You're playing rock paper scissors in hopes to getting the matchups that you want to get by the pick ban solution.
I
I
yes, I mean
there's a lot of thinking that is outside the actual game itself that pretty much determines who's going to win, and that just hits me the wrong way.
I can appreciate that. I can definitely appreciate that, or at least I can level with that opinion, and I think it's seeing the top level players in the world playing that format, I think that's really going to sway opinion. Personally, I don't want that to be a thing like going forward, like DLCs or set champs, anything like that. I wouldn't want that. Quite honestly, the only time I would want that triple deck, you can only play, one ink color in a three deck world would be like a 3v3, right? Like if us three went to a tournament and it was a 3v3 team event, we only could play like one ink pair. Like we couldn't have the same ink twice, right? So like
They
John would be on
actually
blue red and stuff like that.
they actually had that at nationals, if I'm not mistaken. There was a 3v3 event with that exact thing in mind, which I
Right.
thought was really cool.
Right. And I think that's something that Lorcana could really go forward and do. When Magic had Team Unified constructed tournaments, those were fun. Like that was great because like
I think Texas got one coming up too. They got a 3v3
right,
team event.
they have the 3v3 6 ink deck, and I think that's where this triple deck could rotate into, and that would be like a secondary thing. Like you could even have like a challenge, a DLC for teams. I mean, they had team Grand Prix, they had team opens. I mean, 3v3s are much more, in my opinion, much more fun to do than actual like regular events, because like the teamwork, the conversations with people, the like watching the other opposing team like frantic, or watching like you guys like be it's just so much more enjoyable, at least for me anyway. And the 3v3 will really adopt this triple deck like single ink thing, and I think that's where it should go forward. But like I said, like I hope it doesn't become like a standard thing, because I mean
See, look, this is the thing about it. It won't become a standard thing for like DLCs and not FNMs, but Sword Championships and stuff like that because it will take too much time, and people got to get judges, and then you got to have three different decks. Then you got to worry about people cheating with different decks and putting in different cards. You got to keep three different deck lists for every player. You know,
right, yeah, I
that'd
mean
be
that's
too much. You go to DLC and everybody have triple deck. People could
Yeah.
be cheating and all
See,
kind of crazy stuff.
now you guys say that, but there's some tournaments at Gen Con happening with the triple deck format.
Bro, look,
Oh my god.
So, like-
hold on. You're talking about Gen Con here. That's not
Yeah,
like
Gen Con.
Gen Con is like a full, like, I don't consider Lorcana a massive part of Gen Con. Like, Gen Con
No,
is
it's
for
not,
everything.
not.
Like,
It's for everything. Yeah.
that's like CEO saying they're hosting a One Piece Treasure Cup. Like, brother, I'm not there for fucking One Piece, okay? I'm there to watch fighting games and all that. Like, I could care less. Like, if I'm going to Gen Con, I am not playing Lorcana. I'm not even thinking about Lorcana. In fact, I'm probably going over the Riftbound table, or I'm going
I'm going to be doing both of those at Gen
right.
Con.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would be everywhere in Gen Con. I'd go see all the new content, all the new games, whatever. Like that, dude. That's I
So
wouldn't worry about it.
the triple deck format, is it like how many people is going to be in there? Is it going to be like more than 20 people?
No,
I
it'll probably be
believe
more than
they're
that.
like 16-player pods.
Oh, they gotta keep track. Unless they
16
don't do
player
deck lists.
pods.
Unless they don't do deck lists, they'll be like, oh, YOLO, because that's gonna be a lot of stuff they
Yeah,
keep
that's
track of.
yeah, that's probably that. But
That'll make every event run poorly. They'll be like, well, we didn't know this person played this deck, and we didn't know these cards was in this and in different card. They added cards, it's kind of crazy stuff.
well, I mean, like I said, I don't think it's gonna be adapted in like a DLC level. At least I hope not. You know, and speaking of DLCs, like I really hope we get DLCs this year. I'm pretty confident they've kind of hinted that we're getting DLCs this year. I would hope they give us DLC, because if they say, I mean, if the guy on the at World is like, all right, we're announcing the 2020 or the new season for DLCs and it starts January 5th, 2026, bro, Riftbound,
This is gonna
Lorcana,
take
look out. Like, literally,
Yeah.
Lorcana, watch out, because Riftbound, I've heard like 4 or 5 major stores that are already willing to throw a massive amount of money into that game. Like a 25K on opening weekend, like another 20K in Atlanta in December. Like, it's just there's a lot of interest in this game. Obviously, it's a large IP. You know,
League of Legends.
right. It's a massive following already. I know a lot of people. We all know friends of ours that are playing it heavily, and they're super excited for it. I've played it. It's super fun. If
Yep,
you
Taurus is
take
playing
like
a lot.
right, I mean, if you take if you say to the world, to the Lorcana players, like, hey guys, we're gonna have our DLC, like our high level DLC, you're gonna see a very large, I wouldn't say a massive exodus, but you'd see a lot of people just like give up interest, because like they can't just wait.
I would give them September at the latest.
Yeah, I
If
could see
there's not a
September.
DLC September at the latest, then you guys are it's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just my opinion. I'm not saying that that's like what I'm saying is like definitely going to happen, but like I have a strong feeling that after the first lull of like people coming in to play, like especially for me, like I came in right at the end when Continentals, oh no, I came in right before Texas, and and then like I started kind of playing more when Continentals was happening, and I was like, oh dude, I'm so excited to go to do this season. Like, I'm really excited. And then we waited and waited and waited, and then we found something. It's an
You still
announcement.
didn't get your, yeah.
That's
You
what I'm
still didn't get
saying.
your first DLC yet.
No, right. I'm sitting here like, bro, I want to go play a DLC. Whether I do good or bad is not the point. I want to go play in a DLC, and it's like I can't keep waiting and waiting and waiting when like there's other things coming up. It's like I'm not gonna keep waiting. I mean, other people may, and that's all on them. But it's like other people are just the same way. They're like, bro, we're not gonna just keep waiting around another 6 to 7, 8 months to go play a DLC. We'll go play another game. Like Magic's on a super kick right now. Like the Magic Con in Vegas with the Pro Tour. I think that was the largest one like ever. Like it almost rivaled the first Grand Prix for Modern Masters. Like it was huge. One Piece is growing. Yu-Gi-Oh apparently is getting a huge kick up. Pokemon, their season just ended, so now the world's 2026 season is starting, in a couple months, and people are really excited about that. So there's a lot of other avenues for other players to go, and I think that's going to be something that Lorcana needs to pay attention to.
Crazy stuff, but We'll see what happens. I'm pretty sure they said they got announcement on World, so this weekend we
Yep.
have a couple of announcements and stuff. I'm pretty sure they're gonna say DLC is gonna happen on September, because it's gonna be Infinity format, so this will be a new set and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Speak.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna do it. I know they looking at Riftbound and all the other stuff that people looking at. It's like especially and everybody's playing different games and stuff. It's like they looking at all that stuff and they're like, oh, we gotta do stuff, because they can't wait forever. But
Content
all
creators
right,
that can make content, right?
Right. I
yeah.
mean, that's
I,
a
that's
big
the bad
thing.
thing about it too. We can't even make no content on, like, we got on client and stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure Riftbound's gonna push clients. So
Brother, watch Riot hire what's his name, Pavel, right? Pavel for Pixelborn.
it's crazy.
Watch them hire him and be like, hey, hey Lorcana, you see what we just did? Yeah, this is what you should have done from the get go.
Crazy.
And that'd be hilarious. I think that'd be absolutely hilarious.
That'll be interesting if they do create a digital client, because they already had Legends of Runeterra prior to this.
Right,
so-
and that was more like a Hearthstone kind of thing.
Um,
Mhm.
I'm not saying
Oh.
it's Hearthstone copy. It was kind of like, it was like TTS, and I tried it like once, and I was out.
Anyways, who you think is gonna win the worlds? That's a topic we gotta do.
Win Worlds?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Lacana worlds. I vote DKP for the first win of the worlds. I'm just playing, guys.
I'm gonna give.
I wish.
I'm gonna say Frank.
Well,
Frank Karsten.
we all know who the most votes gonna get though.
Oh, Zan by a mile.
Zan.
Like I would put
Zan.
Zan and Frank in the finals at Worlds. I could very well see that being like pretty.
Frank Carson is the Amber Steel player, right?
No, he's a green purple player.
you guys are forgetting about Ed too.
Oh yeah.
Look, listen.
Actually,
If I don't mention somebody or put someone in consideration, I'm not saying they're bad. These are
Oh,
all,
of course not.
the-
Yeah.
These
they're
are
all great
all of the people sitting in that room this weekend are the best of the best, no questions. I literally miles, eons better than me. I won't deny that. I'm just saying, based on the format, based on the pressure, based on the level, I would put Zan and Frank. Probably Zach, because Zach is I believe Zach went to Pokemon World, so he's got like that World's experience, like that pressure, that main stage stuff. Frank Carson, obviously, huge Magic player, like super good. Personally, like, it's funny. What I'm saying is I think the Magic player backgrounds are gonna have a little bit more of an advantage in the sealed portion, because they've been doing sealed and drafts, especially in Pro Tours and Grand Prix, for literal ever. And I think that's going to be a huge. You're going to see the difference, right? You're going to see the people that are just like
mentality is going to be a thing. They have
right.
experience,
You're going to see someone open up a 6-drop 7/8 with 2 lore and wreck, or something weird, or just vanilla, and they're gonna play it like, wow, this is a really good stat, blah 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 blah. And then you have other people who are like, this card costs too much, or they overthink it, or whatever.
Yep. I think people should look into going second into the draft pool too. It's where the extra
not
card
being on the
actually
play.
helps.
Yeah, because
Good point.
you're not unless your deck is super aggressive. That's very valid.
I won a lot of games on the draw, a lot of them. Every draft I went, I was like, you go first, and I just like, because it go to a board stall every game, but if you like have that extra card, you can be like, all right, well, I got more cards than you. I put more characters out there. Now, if you quest, my characters kill all your characters, and then I still have mine alive, and then now I can just quest like every turn.
I think
Like,
it's gonna
quest for
depend.
6,
I think it's
quest for 8, and then game.
bro. I think so. It depends on how many March hairs someone opens at a set 8. John, you beat me up with March hair. That card is insane, especially at a common. That card is insane.
Yeah.
All right, so you got Zan, John. Is that who you got number 1 winning Worlds?
Yeah, Zan is really good. He's played Magic. I'm pretty sure he's very open to every deck, and he can play any deck. So that's for sure.
All right, so I got Frank. CJ, who you got?
I think I'm gonna go with Ed.
You gonna go with Ed? Okay, that's a valid. Hey. He's like that. It just comes out of nowhere and just spikes something. You know what I'm saying? So like, Absolutely, I could see that. All right, so if we're doing that kind of prediction, I have this little crappy notepad thing I made. So I want to know what you guys think is gonna be the best triple deck combination, right? So personally, for me, like I would do this. Like if I were going to Worlds, I'd probably play Amber. Uh, what is it? Amber Ruby. Mufasa. I think that's like a sleepy good deck.
Yeah.
Um,
One made top 16
at the
Glass City
Detroit, yeah,
tournament.
I think that deck's like sneaky good.
He lost because he made a mistake too. Like he tapped his guy and then let the blue red player hit him with a super goof. And he didn't have to. He just had to pass turn, use two actions, and he would have won.
I would play green purple, and I would play blue steel. Though that would be like my triple deck, right? Like I would play those three decks, right? And like I could play green purple discard or green purple aggro. I'd probably end up playing the aggro deck, and then I personally like blue steel, and just kind of going from there. Now I'm probably dead wrong. I'm super far off, guaranteed. But that would be my projections. So I'm gonna go with CJ now. What would be your triple direct deck choices?
See, it's a little tricky. There's probably two methods that I would probably go about this. I would probably go your standard route. I would probably go like green, steel, red, blue, and then hyper aggro, yellow, purple. Or you can just like completely mix it up and play like three aggro decks, throw everyone off, and ban the most the deck that you feel that it would counter in
I
the sense.
mean, to be honest, you
Like
you you could really show up with like a random pile,
yeah, it's a high risk. Like you could just go in there and just play like
right?
three
Because like
aggro decks, and
until the deck lists are known, right? Which I mean, that I think the open deck list like kind of hinders a lot of what I'm trying to say here. But like,
it does because it prevents rogue or like
right, you
price
can't sneak
to come
something
out.
in there.
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's either you're playing the safe list and then just playing, out of your mind, or you're doing something crazy and bizarre like bringing three aggro, or I don't even know how that would look like. Maybe blue steel kiwi list. You would play yellow purple and then red yellow.
yeah.
No, no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no, not red yellow.
green steel.
Green steel. Yeah, and that's not bad either.
Oh no, you had to play. You're already playing steel and blue steel.
Yeah. So you would play purple red, and that's still not bad.
Yeah, red purple's not a bad deck choice. And you don't have, and you could play the aggro, or you could even play the anti aggro version of it. You know, the teeth version with
Yep.
pains and damage counters. I mean, that's also a viable thing you could do in an aggro format. All right, so John, what would you say? Let me guess.
I
Hold on,
played
hold on. Blue red. Okay, let's move on.
I play the best decks in the format. I'll just play blue red, amber steel, and green purple. Right now, both of them have like the strongest showing. Amber steel always top, is always around. I would play amber steel hyper aggro though, just in case I play against like some other blue red or like green steel or something. You just really kill them with Pete and daisies and piglets and stuff really fast. So I want to go for like the whole new world version because sometimes you can get killed by like blue red or green steel can counter you, and red yellow even red yellow can counter you sometimes. So that's what. And then green purple would be like aggro mid range, curse mirror folks, go goes, goats, and
Hits.
genies and kits, all
Yep.
that stuff.
Yep.
And I'd just be like, all right. And then most people would ban my blue red because they're like, oh, Jonathan Williams is the famous blue red player. I don't want him to play blue red because it beat most of my decks. So I'm gonna ban the deck. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna aggro you to death.
I mean, that's
And I
fair.
think the die roll is gonna be a huge too.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
curious about the statistics from SSG to see how many people won when they won their first game. I don't even care about the roll. Like, if you
So
won the first game,
I
what was your chances of winning?
I mean, you could prepare for that because remember, if you lose the die roll, wait. Do you have to choose the deck first, or you choose to go who goes first? I didn't.
I think it's
I
die roll.
You choose who goes first, and then they ban.
no,
And
no.
then
You ban simultaneously.
yes, yeah, it's hidden. So your pick and your banner are both hidden.
Right. So you ban simultaneously, and then you pick simultaneously, but you choose who goes first and second.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So like you roll, you see who goes first, you ban, you see what's banned, and then that's what you can prepare for. You can say, okay, I know I banned this deck. He's gonna be on the play. What's the best on the play deck? I could go into this matchup with a medium matchup, but then I know I'm on the play with this matchup, and I can have a better chance on the draw, or you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like a weird like mind game thing, like
It
you were
is,
saying
yeah.
saying
That's
earlier.
what I was curious to see. Like, 'cause if you take the first game, I think you just have such compounding advantage. Like, you're gonna go first game 3, and on top of that, you control which deck is gonna end up being played last, in a sense.
Right, but you also have to remember that if you have a bad matchup into game 3, even though you're on the play, that's something you have to prepare for because they could pocket hold that the 70-30 matchup and play the 50-50 matchup, see what happens, because if they win, they have that pocket, you know what I'm saying? If they lose, they now have an advantage in game 2, and now they're going into another 50-50.
Ugh, I hate this format.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's definitely it adds a completely. It's like playing 3D chess. That's how I'm putting it. It's like
Yeah,
playing 3D
see,
chess, and
see me.
I like that. It's like it's a brain twister.
To
So
me, it was a lot of thinking, but me, I'm just gonna be like, I ain't thinking about nothing. I'm just gonna play the deck that I know that can beat the other two decks that I banned, and then I'm just gonna be like, YOLO. I'm not gonna be like, what if he do this? What if he stop? What if he
because
don't play
there's a
that? What if he
major
brings the other deck?
disadvantage.
And then what if I bring this
Yeah,
deck and then I be on the play and then he be on the draw and then if he falls to that and I play this and then I'm gonna lose that game 1, so I need to win game 2 with
I
this other green steel deck and it'll be a crazy amount of thinking. I'm not doing all that. I'm just gonna be like, all right, bro, you got me. I'm
I
playing this
think
deck.
I think that was kind of apparent when you chose your deck choices. I was like, oh, he doesn't care. He's just gonna play whatever.
he's just gonna pick the 3 best decks in the current format and just run with it, which is
Yep.
safe. It is safe, but I think people are gonna probably think of, you said it
Mm,
before. Like they're just gonna
I
think about
think
it. They know what's gonna happen. They're gonna play around those decks. They know what bands to pick. It's gonna be weird.
I think the you're gonna have players that are either playing it just as John is, safe, just whatever, best 3 deck, bang, right there, or you're gonna have someone that's just like, I'm gonna bring blue green, I'm gonna bring yellow purple whale lord combo, and I'm gonna bring what is it, red steel, is that what's
Rest
that?
still,
Yeah,
yeah.
red steel Maximus deck, like Jack played, like, hey, bro, and he stole a game. He stole a game with double Maximus, by the way. With Maximus and Namari, pumped her to 10, played double Maximus, passed, gained 10 lore, won the game. I was like, that's
That's insane.
crazy. And that could happen. You know, that's the risk you take. And all right, so we got those. The last part is, I believe, the math we were talking about earlier. I think it comes down to, after 5 rounds, there should only be 2 undefeateds left, right? I thought they think that's kind of where we were at, based off of like a pair up, pair down situation.
It's gonna be weird. Like they gotta run perfectly though. They gotta be 3-0 and sealed,
And then they
and
got
then
to
they
go
gotta
2-0
win.
and constructed. Okay.
Yep.
So my question is, who's going
Wait,
to
is it?
be.
It's only 5 rounds?
No, it's 7,
7?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
7 rounds. Yeah,
But if
I
you
think it's 7
go.
rounds.
Right. But if you go. Once you hit 5 wins, you're in the day 2.
Yeah.
Like, you stop playing. So if you 3-0 and then you go 2-0, excuse me, I think it said that you're done playing for the day, and you're automatically in the top 8.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Right. So who do you think is going to be the first 2 5-0s? Like, who's going to be 5-0 going into day, or go at the end at the at the event, right? I say I'm gonna go kind of crazy here. I'm gonna go against the grain. I obviously everybody wants to put Zan. Y'all are gonna put Zan, so I'm just gonna do not Zan, but I'm more than likely Zan, right? I'm gonna go Frank at 5-0, and I'm gonna put you know what? I'm gonna put your boy Ed up there at 5-0, CJ. I think he's like a pocket pick. I think he's just got a lot of good like I think his playmaking decision is gonna like really be showcased at this event. I think he's gonna do very well.
I'm thinking Sealed now, right? Because Sealed's gonna be the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Getting 3 wins in a row with Sealed is not gonna be easy.
No, I can't.
And
look,
like,
Ed's gonna do it. Ed's gonna top 8, but I'm gonna put Frank Zan. I'm gonna put Frank Zan at 5-0. Like I was just thinking about, like, dude, there's just no way Zan's not 5-0.
I think we're sleeping on the European guys too, though.
No, Frank's
'Cause
European.
I know Frank's European, but I'm saying the other guys, like,
I'm not sleeping on nobody, brother. I'm telling you, I understand these players are literal space beings to me as far as play level. I'm not saying anybody else is bad. I'm just saying
it's not bad. I'm just saying, like,
no, I want that to be known. Like, I'm not sleeping on anybody. I'm just kind of, I think more or less like I'm going off of comfort picks. People I obviously have seen play in other games and play this game and stuff like that. But like, I think at this level, at like this maximum level event where there's only 28 of you, right? And here's the thing: that's all that's in the room. There's no competing. There's no spectators. There's no side events. There's no teams. There's just the 28 of you, the staff, and that's it. Like, that's gonna create such like a different feeling, because, like, yeah, if you top 8 a Grand Prix, there's still like 1,000 people in the room watching, and there's all this like ambient noise. Like, there's going to be different sensory things that this is not going to have. This is going to be a very high level, very, I don't want to say elitist or elitism, but very, very intense situation. And I think that's where some players may differ from others that have experienced it. You know what I'm saying? Like, people that have been at Pro Tours, Worlds for other games, whatever.
I think Frank is a solid pick, honestly, for this, because he has a lot of experience with MTG. He's played a lot of limited formats.
Yeah,
he's because I'm trying to take it from like mostly from the sealed aspect from it. I think Frank is a solid pick.
Yeah, I think the sealed is going to be a make or break for a lot of people. Like, I think that's going to be huge, because, like, I don't know what the cut is going to be like for top 8. I don't know if you top 8 if you go 0-3 in sealed. I think you have to come out, like, you must come out of sealed at 1 and 2 at minimum, but I haven't done that math yet. But John, who do you think is going to be 2-0? The first 2-0s?
Bro, it's hard. I ain't watch everybody play like gameplay, but I was like,
you can throw a wild card out there, man.
I know when it comes down to draft, it's like,
you mean
I know everybody, sealed, but I keep saying draft, but sealed, everybody's gonna be like at an even playing field, and it's whoever pool is gonna be really good. But me knowing like Magic players, like you said, like Zan would have a good advantage because he's been doing a lot of drafting, like stuff like that, Pro Tour and stuff.
I already put Zan by your name.
I know. Where else was somebody else I was looking at?
They have the list open.
Yeah, Kurt Spice might be good.
Kurt Spice is what I was going to
Yeah,
Kurt Spice might be good too.
Yeah, he's definitely someone. I have him in my top 8. I have Kurt in my top 8.
My most hope is that Mo Chamberlain does it.
Mo is gonna come up with some spicy stuff.
Yeah.
All right. So
I talked to Mo. I was like, I hope he does it. That does good and get into top 8.
All right. So Kurt or Mo on your projection.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yep. What? Kurt or Mo? Yes.
Yeah.
So Kurt.
It would Kurt because I watched Kurt play a lot of tournaments,
Oh
and he's been
man, you took
doing.
my pick. How dare you?
I wish you guys had to do a
Bro,
fantasy draft. I would do a Lorcana World Fantasy Draft. I think that would be so fun, but I don't think you guys know how to fantasy draft. All right, CJ.
All right, since he took that, oh man,
I just know about
I'm
people
looking through
that
the
play.
players right now. Domingo's really good too.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah,
they're all
I
good.
think that.
Oh, so Frank is picked.
All right, if we can
Zan is
only if we can only pick one name once, all right, I'll take Zan off. I'll give John Zan, all right? I'll go with Frank and Zach, right? Zach Bivens,
Mm-hmm.
all right? Like right now, these four names right here are probably like top 8, probably like top 8.
Maybe.
At least 3 of them. At least 3 of them. So one of them might fall short, but definitely 3 of them.
I mean, I did say Ed was going to
It's
take
gonna be
him off.
interesting though. It's gonna come down to.
I mean, yeah, you did say Ed was gonna. I mean, but Ed could also like sneak in at like X and 1 or X and 2, right?
Yeah, he could probably just pass through sealed, and then just destroy, demolish, and the constructed.
But I think Ed probably testing like crazy right now. You know, that, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
I
bet
imagine it.
all of them are testing like crazy. I mean,
know, but Ed got his little jacket on, the black jacket, the red rewards, like he had at Continentals with his posse, and he's like, "Yeah, let's do it, guys," and like testing all crazy.
look,
Ed was scary at the what's the name? Did you see when he look at people? It was scary.
The
I was scared.
stare.
no, I
Yep, he
was
was just
not.
staring, and it was like, he'll play his turn. He just sit there. He's like,
Puts his
like,
cards down and just like gets up close and just stares
yep.
at you.
Looks into
He
your
was right there,
soul, bro.
bro. He was right next to me, and I'm like, "What are you doing?"
John probably like
I
just
was like,
he John
What are you doing?" I'm like, "Do not play me, bro."
John would sit there and start laughing, bro. John would sit there and start doing his head tilt where he does this thing. You know what I'm saying? Where he just starts head tilting like this. And then Ed stare at him. He'd just be like, la,
Mm.
la, la, la. Hire him, John, too. La, 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 la. See who would break who. All right, CJ, who you got?
All right, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
All right, so you got Ed. Ed's number 150. Who's the other undefeated guy? Zan, Kurt, Frank, and Zach Bivens all already taken off the board.
It's too much, Paul.
Damn.
Dang.
What do you mean it's too much?
It's too much
Why'd I have to
thinking,
pick
though.
last?
I know, dude. I know.
I'll go with Domingo.
You go with Domingo.
Yeah.
How you spell his name again?
Domingo.
Oh yeah, that's right, Domingo. Okay, so Ed and Domingo, Zach, Kurt, Frank, Zach. Bro, watch this be like 6 of the top 8. That'd be crazy. That would be crazy. Like obviously, I want everyone to have the best luck and all that stuff, but like again, it's like after that, I could definitely see. Honestly, like 4 of these 6 names are probably gonna more than likely be the first 2 5-0s, and definitely maybe about 2. Realistically, 2 of these 6 names are definitely in the top 8, right? Definitely 2. So it should be fun to watch. I know when is it? It's just Saturday, Sunday. I have nothing going on Friday, right? Because
should be just
yeah,
Saturday,
it's
Sunday.
only 7 rounds day 1, so it's gonna be a quick one, and then especially once players stop playing, they're done. But see, here's my question, right? So at least from what I read, right? So you're 5-0, you're done for the day. You're into day 2, right? How does that affect someone's tiebreakers in the like later rounds, right? Like let's say like you're only like you're X and 2, and it's like I mean, I guess that's too small of a room or too small of a field for that to matter. But like I'm thinking like his tiebreaker is going to come down into a point where someone that's X1-1 or X1 doesn't get in because of that, or actually, can they even draw? Did they say that?
I don't think.
That's too much thinking for me, bro. That's too much.
No intentional draws are allowed.
So no IDs.
No
Mhm.
IDs.
Oof.
Just like nationals.
Yeah, that's
which
so
is
bad.
which is fine for me because I just want to win it. You know, I'll
Oh,
be like,
well, we get
regardless, just
that,
win.
John. I'm just saying that feels bad. That feels bad.
I was like, all right, well,
So if you can't ID, and let's just say you're X1, and it comes down to like some weird tiebreaker, is if your only loss was to someone who went 5-0, but someone that is ahead of you just lost to someone that was 5-1 technically. I don't know how that tiebreaker is going to work. It may not matter because the field's so small. I haven't done the math on that yet. I'd have to do like a mock event on Melee to even see what that would look like. But I think that's going to be an interesting aspect. Like if you just like 3-0 the sealed pods, and then you just come out and just 2-0 your constructed, you're hard chilling the rest of the day. Like I would just go to Disney. I'd be like, I'm gonna go. I'm out later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Because like I don't want to think about it. I just want to like get your mind just right for the next day and just decompress. You know what I'm saying? Because like you just 5-0'd the Worlds event and you're automatically in day 2. Like I'm hard chilling.
you're hard chilling and you're rich.
Well, sure, yeah, of course. Like the promos are
You get all your
absolutely insane.
promos. You get another whole new world promo. You just like,
Well, watch them reprint the
play that.
world's promos for the next DLC season. It's like, oh, all right, we're just gonna keep these up anyway. It's just like,
No,
You want to do that?
well, brother, okay, listen. All the promos from the DLCs are gas. You got Cinderella, Rapunzel, Let It Go, and like even Cusco Baymax. Those are cracked because everyone loves Cusco. I love the Cusco one because like Emperor's New Groove is one of my favorite movies. But dude, if they come out and do like Madrigal and Thunderbolt. I mean, maybe Thunderbolt would be pretty sick, but like Milo from Journey to Atlantis. Like those are your DLC promos. Like, yeah, that's gonna
no.
make you.
They should be analyzing the meta and knowing which cards were good.
It'll probably be set 9 cards. I would wager because that starts the new like format technically. So like the next chapter, you would put promos from there. Because like
I would think 5 and up. I think would be fine. Like, can you imagine Tamatoa, the new legendary?
Oh,
Oh my god!
See, my prediction would be they'll make it a standard legal promo. You know, like
well,
Mystery
technically, well,
Dragon
yeah,
or
yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I'm
So
just what
they
I'm
can
saying.
play
Like,
both formats.
I would say set 9 as because like all the promos from the DLCs, I'm assuming those are all set ones, right? Because Let It Go,
Yep.
Rapunzel, and the big Cinderella was set 1, right?
And Cusco as
Yep.
well. And then Baymax was like set 4.
Yep.
Right. So majority was set 1.
It's-
So if you
They
do,
make six or something like no
Oh,
six
it is set
five.
6. You're right.
yeah, set 6
So,
was that. Okay, so hear me out. Hear me out. You do set 9 promos, and one of them is Powerline. I mean, that's your
That's pretty good.
that's your next
but-
Rapunzel. That's your next Rapunzel. Bro, Powerline is like the most hyped character coming out of this. Like nobody care. Honestly, nobody cares about reprints. They're just like, great, we're getting reprints. Great. Where's my Powerline? I want to see Powerline. Right? That and Bigfoot. Like those 2 characters are like every way must have. Okay? So like they definitely should have the next DLC promo should be Powerline. If they show that, bro, I'm in. Hopefully that's this year. So, all right. Well, we are coming up on that hour mark. I know you two are absolutely cooked and tired, even though you didn't work today. I did outside
I
in the
worked.
heat. Okay, really, really. I had to go help
It's-
people with their
it's
internet
fine.
in this heat. It's the worst.
Fair. Florida does suck.
No, it's fine. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. But
Yeah.
John, you wanna
Yep.
lead us out?
Yeah, thank God for watching and everything. And it's the Dragon Lore podcast, and we're probably gonna do like another podcast like during Worlds or after Worlds and see if our predictions was correct. And I might go to Texas and try to do the 15K. We'll see. But thanks guys for watching. Dragon out.